Hey, everybody, just a quick update for you. The Roundtable of Gentlemen is now brought to you by Audible.com.
Go to audibletrial.com/roundtable for your 30-day free trial.
Hell yeah, let's kick this pig, you fuckers!
The Roundtable.
Gentlemen,
Aye.
let's broaden our minds.
Lay on, gentlemen, and let them know what's what. Fire at will.
It's time for action, gentlemen.
Gentlemen of the Roundtable.
What's the topic of discussion?
Civility, gentlemen. Always civility.
So, you pray, Marcus.
I could do my annoying prayer that I told you I was going to do.
You know what? I think you have a prayer up your sleeve that you've been dying to do.
Everybody,
I think you got to do it.
All right, Jackie, you're praying.
Everybody close your eyes for a guided meditation.
All right.
You are a Tetris block.
No.
Which one? The one with the prongs on the bottom or the really long one?
That's not the Tetris music. It is.
You got a line.
I was actually...
Open your eyes. You're at the Roundtable of Gentlemen. Ed's not here. Ben's upset about it. Let's talk about it, baby.
Welcome to the Roundtable of... let me do my thing. Welcome to the Roundtable of Gentlemen, everybody. You know, I was in a bad mood, Holden, but now I'm in a great mood, and that brought me right back to my old days of playing Game Boy in the back of my old family van there, and I loved every minute of what you just did. Thank you, Holden McNeely.
You're welcome. Ed is not here just to try to bring you back to the bad place.
All right. Ed's not here. He's too busy being somewhere else. Jackie, you're here, though.
Yeah, I'm here, Kissel.
Great.
Kissel, I just want you, just like think about the Game Boy.
Right.
Think about how small but big you were back then, right? Think about how your shirts were too tight and they made you feel uncomfortable, and now you've grown up. And now you're an adult, and you don't need to frown anymore. You have a haircut, and you have a shirt on, and it looks great, and you look wonderful. So maybe you don't need to frown so much.
I want to give you a congratulations for the worst 14 seconds that the Roundtable has ever heard.
Button horns today on the podcast.
What is wrong with him?
That's great,
Kissel?
Jackie. You're doing wonderful. Jackie's here, sitting in for Ed Larson, Dan McNamara.
Yeah, Ed couldn't make it. He broke some tires, I guess, because he's too large.
Yeah. Dan, when you look at Ed, how much meat do you think it would take, pound-wise, to fill up his body?
How much meat? I would say 2 cows worth of meat.
He's 2 cows fat.
He's definitely about 5 times your size, Dan.
Yes, he is.
It's true. But, I mean, when I was a kid back in the 90s, I weigh about the same I do right now, about 180 pounds. But I was about 5 feet tall. And,
you were a fat child.
I was the fattest kid you could ever believe.
Oh, man, is that why you're so nice?
That is why I'm
nice. Because you're thin now and you used to be fat.
Yeah, and when you're thin and then all the girls love you and you're just that nice guy.
And you work at Ralph Lauren. So it kind of helps.
Wait, did you give us poundage? How big were you?
I was at my highest.
Boy, he was 5 foot 180. So you can imagine how fat he was. And then he lost a bunch of weight. His dick got larger, and the chicks want to fuck him because he's got the mentality of a chubby boy. But the gals don't know he also has the anger of a chubby boy, and they assume when you start choking, they really get going.
Yeah.
I feel like someone's talking about themselves right now.
What's that? No, I've never had sex with a woman, and I don't plan on touching one soon.
Holdenators, ho! Peter Piper baked potato. I smell a Holdenator.
Do not. That doesn't even really right.
That was actually pretty good. I enjoyed that. Even I enjoyed that.
On Thursday is Hump a Monkey Bars Day. So Thursday, I want everybody to go out, find a playground, be humping them monkey bars, take an Instagram of it. You might win a contest.
So you're saying
that will get you arrested as a child pedophile.
10
and you'll have to
Holdenators will be
register with
arrested.
the government whenever you want to move.
If you get arrested, send me your paperwork artwork, I will not look at it.
Okay. All right. Very good. So hump some monkey bars on Wednesday.
Let's go to a cigar shop, Ben. I think we could use some of that time together.
Oh, God.
I hate cigars.
Really?
I don't like the men who
used to go to
smoke.
cigar shops with Kep.
Yeah, but we never liked them. You know, you just go there because you're trying to become a man, and then you realize you don't want to be a dumb man, and you're never going to be Italian.
I love the first thing to try to be a man. It's not like paying your bills on time or like having like a like a job that has insurance behind
who cares?
it. Yeah. It's going to a cigar shop. That's the first step.
Learning how to not inhale a tube that looks like a dick that is full of a diseased drug that will murder you one day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, think about that. Kevin, you're here.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what Kevin did today, though? He was telling me he was drinking mimosas all day with a bunch of his girlfriends.
No, that didn't go down like that.
I think it's weird. When was the last time? Kissel, do you drink mimosas?
Well, I've had a mimosa every now and again, but I've never felt like I wasn't inferior when I did it. But Kevin, you had a whole series of them today.
Things got out of hand, man. I didn't have any control of this situation.
How many mimosas did you have today, Kevin?
I like 2.5.
That's all. You couldn't finish the third?
Oh, no. Somebody took it. Look, I didn't want to be there, man.
Me, I'm a Bloody Mary boy.
So gross.
They say,
Not the
hey,
drink,
little
though.
boy, do you want a Bloody Mary? And I say, yes, ma'am. Yes, boy wants a Mary.
That is the manliest of all the brunch drinks. Let's be straightforward.
Well, there's only two of them.
Gross.
Well, no, there's a fucking Bellini.
That's
Don't
right.
get me started about a goddamn Bellini.
I love a Bellini. Dan, your thoughts on a Bellini?
Dan.
I don't know about a Bellini. I would think that just a giant glass of vodka would be the brunch to go.
That is
You know,
a
like
cool
that's
That's
brunch.
your Russian
go-to
brunch,
drink,
your Russian
right?
lunch, and your Russian dinner.
Yeah.
Of course. Roommate Mike is here as well. Thanks for being here, roommate Mike.
Oh, thanks, guys. And I still have the chubby man mentality because I am still chubby.
If you haven't
Good.
lost it, it's not the same. Same with me.
Mike
Same
used
with
to be
Kissel.
strong and athletic.
Yeah, you knew Mike when he was skinny, and women actually dated him for his
my
looks.
God. He was like he was killing me in the whole every department.
Oh, my God,
And he
what
was
happened?
way younger than me.
Well, I went to college, and then I got out, and I got a job in a cubicle, and then I gained 40 pounds.
Mike was a tournament level golfer in college.
Isn't that something
How
special?
things have changed.
He's also a hot toddy. If he rolls up in the club, he's going to ask if they got a heated water so that he can have a hot toddy. That's what you need, right?
That is a poor reference to the chant of Ole Miss, where I am an alma mater that is called the Hottie Toddy.
And how did they do in football this year?
Hey, actually, we got to the top 10 at one point, so...
And then after that point,
Didn't do so great.
But, we opened the 2016 season against Kevin Barnett, Ed Larson, and Holden McNeely,
And Jackie Zebrowski.
Zebrowski's Florida State Seminoles. So we will see come 2016.
I'm not participating no more. I'm done participating in this.
what's your mascot, Ole Miss? Is it just
would
a little
love
Ole
to-
Miss?
We are the Rebels.
Oh, okay. The racist thing.
Yeah. Just a guy who comes out and says the N-word a whole bunch and then calls himself a rebel, and everyone's like, you should be in prison. But he's like, but I'm a rebel. And that's how that works. Marcus, there's got to be a news story.
An angry owl is attacking joggers and stealing their hats in Oregon.
That's so cute.
I love this story. You can imagine he's stealing like the lamest of all the hats, the fedoras of the hats.
The jogger hats. He's only attacking joggers.
Yeah, but it's in Seattle, right?
Salem, Oregon. At least 4 people have been attacked by an owl over the past month, prompting officials to issue warnings to early morning joggers and park visitors. One jogger said the owl whacked him so hard he thought he was having a stroke.
Bird of prey.
Yeah, cool.
So owls and rapists, huh? Always going after joggers.
Never run.
I mean, this is clearly just a case of an owl just being like, I only like fat niggas around me. Stop running.
That's why I like owls.
I love owls. Is there a better bird than the owl? It's intelligent. It hunts the most annoying members of society.
Kevin, better bird than the owl?
Owls are pretty up there, man. You know, play Legend of Zelda. They'll give you guidance.
They do.
Also, if they come to you and if they come to you, it's actually someone from the other side trying to contact you.
I was terrified of owls as a kid. There was this barn owl that used to attack me every time I went into the barn.
What were you doing in the barn? You were trying to have sex with some animals?
I was just fucking around, you know.
You were messing around.
I was messing around.
Were bones involved?
No, there were no bones. Well, there were rat bones because the barn owl would constantly eat rats and then shit them out. And you look through the owl shit because it's full of bones.
Well, don't owls puke? They don't actually shit, right?
They puke out like the hair and stuff.
So wouldn't they find this owl who's just eating all the hats by finding the owl that's puking up hats?
The owl poop that has the hat is the owl that ate the person.
Well, the owl is not collecting the hats to eat. The owl, they believe, is collecting the hats to make a nest.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, and what an easy nest that is.
Oh, yeah. This is a lazy owl.
This is the owl who is going to the owl version of IKEA.
Yeah.
They just want to put it together really quick, but it's shoddy workmanship.
Yeah.
You have to go through, you almost have to do what Marcus did, apparently. Well, going into a barn, just chose to sift through owl dung to find the things that the owl had eaten.
I love postulating what Marcus did in that barn.
Yeah.
It wasn't just that day. It was a regular occurrence.
Yeah, it's a normal thing to go into the secret barn, right?
There has to be mischief.
But there's only like 2 barns. Like there's no, like there's one like secret barn, but like it's right next to the major barn.
Right,
the known barn.
Yeah.
But that was and you would sift through the owl
barn
shit.
was about a mile walk from the house, so I'd walk about a mile and go down to the barn and, you know.
Right.
Do what?
You know, kid stuff.
You jerk off?
No.
You jerk off in the hay?
No, there was no hay in there. It was
what was in there?
just dirt.
I just imagine you.
Jesus Christ.
No animals?
There was dirt and some barbed wire, and sometimes there was a pig in there, and sometimes there were sheep in there, but not always.
Wait, so it wasn't hay, it was just dirt?
It was just dirt.
Where the hay
What
at?
kind of shitty barn is that?
Sounds like a shitty fucking barn to me.
It wasn't a great barn.
But then you would sift through things that other people would say, oh, that's shit. And then it would walk up, and then you would be like, I'll sift through that.
You look at it and you think, oh, wow, there are bones sticking out of that. What's in there? Why are there bones sticking out of that little ball? Let's look. Let's go see.
Shit?
Wow.
Let's see what's happening. I didn't know it was shit at the time.
Yeah, but then you have to walk a mile back to your house before you even washed your hands.
Right.
And you got shit in your eyes, shit in your mouth.
You can't touch your eyes if you have shit in your hands.
You know, there's a reason why
That's
I
a big
never.
guy waiting on you.
There's a reason why I never get sick.
Yeah, think about this though too,
Because
Jackie.
of the
What
time you handled shit in the barn?
I mean, just various nasty things throughout my childhood.
Yeah, but it's owl shit, man. I think what y'all are forgetting is that if you dig through owl shit with your hands, you end up cleaner.
Yeah, they call it the shit of the gods.
Yeah. It's like a dog's tongue.
Perel came from it, the old hand sanitizer there. It's really just white owl shit.
Yeah, if you're ever in the wilderness and you're forced to be clean for some weird reason, rub your whole body in owl shit.
Now, Holden, correct me if I'm wrong, but at our school back in Charlotte, we actually dissected owl pellets.
Yeah, I did the
Providence
same thing.
State Chargers. Yeah, we took owl pellets apart.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and you find little mice bones in there and whatever. And had I known Marcus at the time, I would have called him immediately.
Yeah,
I outgrew that.
The bones?
No, the mouse bones. Moved on to bigger and better bones.
Yeah, okay.
So there's an owl in Oregon.
I've got 3 skulls coming in the mail this week. I'm very excited.
Okay, and so when you do go on your massacre, we can't officially say we didn't see it coming. But so there's an owl. There's owls in Oregon, and they're stealing caps.
Yep. 36-year-old Brad Hilliard was jogging when the bird swooped down and pulled the hat off his head, quote, like it was nothing. He has since returned a couple times to look for his hat, but says it hadn't turned up yet. He said, I just assume it's being used as a nest.
Can we agree this guy is a douchebag for going back and looking for his hat?
Absolutely.
Twice.
That is such an Oregon fucking chachi hipster bullshit. But my hat! Yeah, white dude.
Yeah.
Things go wrong in life.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you go back to the fucking scene of the crime, you're not going to find the answers.
I bet his girlfriend made him that hat, and then she's also in a band where they play like the lute in it and shit like that.
Oh my God. And then somehow there's a flute that can be played with a vagina.
Jackie's falling apart.
Excuse
dying over here.
I'm sorry. I was trying not to
I
interrupt.
just said God bless you 5 times in the last 10
What's
seconds.
happening?
No, I was sneezing, but I didn't want to interrupt, so I was holding it in. I did it about 4 times, and my face almost exploded.
Let it out. Let it
I
go.
did, but now it's a podcast. I was trying to keep it hidden, and I couldn't. I'm sorry.
Just let it be free with it.
Are you feeling better now?
Yeah, I feel fucking great now.
Okay.
Thank you, Kissel.
All right.
Like a new woman. Every time you sneeze, a little girl pops out and says, "You're new."
I think that's great. I think the fart would be the equivalent for the man. You know,
Well, this
a little new boy pops out every time you toot.
Women don't fart.
Exactly.
Well, the owl, the species of owl, it's a Strix varia, the bared owl, also known as the hoot owl, also known as the 8-hooter.
The guy who's on it, send him my way.
The old Kate Upton owl.
It's a terrifying looking owl.
No, it's just stern.
It's very stern. It's a very large, very aggressive owl known for pushing out native species of owl.
If you lose your hat to an owl, aren't you relieved it wasn't a human being who pulled your hat off of your head, getting ready to behead you or stab you or something? At the very least, if a creature takes your
I don't know, man. Those
apparel
talon scrapes, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the guy was
Talon
fine.
Scrapes on your head.
The guy was totally fine. Kevin, if an owl took your hat, you let the owl have
Let
it.
him take it. I wouldn't feel like that was a gift. You know? Most people don't even get to see an owl, let alone touch one, let alone have one take your shit.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
They should turn it into good luck, like having it rain on your wedding day or get shit on by a bird. It's like if an owl takes your hat, it's good luck.
And how adorable would it be if the owl put it on?
No.
You know, if the owl took your hat and just wore
I
it.
love that.
Does that mean you're the owl's girlfriend now?
I think you have to date for a little while.
Yeah, it's like a Letterman's jacket. Are you looking up Beanie Boos right now?
No, I'm looking up. I'm trying to find an owl with a hat on, but now all I can find is hats shaped
I
like
have
owls.
a bunch of owl hats.
I love
many
the owl.
owl hats.
And the owl has survived for so long. As far as I know, it's never nearly become extinct. I love the owl. The wisdom the owl has, the American, and I think the worldwide narrative, but I'm just going to go with what I know. The American narrative of the owl is nothing but positive.
Overwhelmingly positive.
Always has
A
been.
little bit sinister, though.
No,
Yeah.
but they're, who?
In a good way, though.
They're the watchtowers.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. They know all. That's why it's a little bit sinister.
Before we had cameras on every fucking street corner, there was an owl on a tree letting people know when they got a speeding ticket, when they didn't go over the stop sign, when they didn't stop at the stoplight quick enough, and then they would send them the ticket in the mail.
Also, did
via
you
claw.
did you guys come from my hometown has owls on all like fake owls on all the tops of their buildings to keep away other bigger birds and also pigeons.
I love the owl.
They're guardians.
Yeah, I mean,
In every animation, they're always the most wise characters.
Well,
like,
right.
They are.
That's why they're on
And
the
they're
cover
smart
of
enough
chips,
to
man.
be nocturnal and hunt at night while other things are sleeping.
But Marcus, is there a rationale for that? Are owls actually the smartest, most dominant birds around?
You know what? That's what I'm looking for
Their
right
connection
now.
to the afterlife.
I asked what, where did the saying "wise old owl" come from? Yahoo Answers says it's mainly known from a nursery rhyme. A wise old owl lived in an oak. The more he saw, the less he spoke. The less he spoke, the more he heard. Why can't we all be like that wise old bird?
Sounds like a Vietnam veteran. I am going to say he went to Vietnam, he saw a bunch of things, and he never spoke again, and he's asking for change. But that's okay.
Would you say that the robin is the rapist of birds?
We don't know
No,
what
it has a
Robin
red
wants.
breast, which means it's asking for rape.
Right, that's the thing.
Okay, so we all know the pigeon is the homeless of birds, right?
Yes.
But I love the pigeon. I have a massive
Pigeon
respect
scrappy.
for the pigeon.
Had a pigeon come into my apartment one morning.
Did you give it some money or give it some food?
I had to shoo it out. I screamed like a lady, though. I'll tell you that much. Because it'll just sit there, and then when you get close to it, it just goes, So I was like, ah, like at 7 in the morning when we heard it, because we heard the owl. Lexi woke me up. We heard the owl.
You're saying owl, but you mean pigeon.
I mean pigeon. We heard the pigeon, and it dookied all over the kitchen. Yeah.
The pigeon dookied all over the kitchen.
We got it out, though. We got it out. I was trying to sit up above the crock pot, up in the pantry.
Did you have Marcus come over and sift through it to see if the pigeon had any bones?
Pigeons only shit. Wait, come on, Ben. Now you're just being silly.
Yeah, it was a liquid.
Pigeons just have no respect for themselves, man. That's the problem.
But
One time I found a dead pigeon in a shoe, face down, and I was looking at it like, this is your fault.
They don't die gracefully.
No.
I wouldn't
Face
want to die
down,
in a shoe.
dead in the shoe.
Oh, no.
It was amazing.
Yeah, the bird's gutter is the man's shoe, I think.
Oh, it is.
It's definitely the
Yeah.
lowest you could go in terms of dying somewhere.
Well,
think
there's another time though I saw a dead pigeon, like he was smashed against the wall.
Yeah.
Like it looked like he had got hit by a car, but he was up on a wall, like he's stuck to this wall, and I just stared at it for like 40 minutes to try and figure out what the fuck happened.
He went to the glue factory.
Crushed against
He got lost in the glue factory. And
No,
went on a
his
little
wife
joyride.
left him. The kids didn't care for him. He's like, fuck you, I'm going to the wall. That's the pigeon equivalent of shooting yourself in the head with a shotgun.
Man, I have to say, I might have seen the saddest bird death, which I don't know if I've talked about it on here, but right before we moved to Florida, my parents bought lovebirds from the Chinese on Jamaica Avenue, and that's what they referred to them as. They bought them from the Chinese.
Chinese people who had a store that your parents went into and purchased
They bought
the
them from the
product
Chinese
them.
on Jamaica
Yes.
Avenue.
What do
They
these
bought-
particular birds look like?
They're lovebirds. They look like tiny parrots. They were both like beautiful, like green and blue, and like they were beautiful fucking birds. And they mate for life. So they bought these lovebirds and they brought them to Florida. But one of them was like constantly pecking on the other one until finally, after 4 years, it pecked it to death
Oh.
because turns out they were two males.
So it's like Ben and I as birds being forced to live in a cage.
Yes.
Right, but we
Because
have
they
to like
couldn't
mate
reproduce.
at the same time. Like you have Jackie's parents like staring at us through the window, just be like, "But why don't you fuck?"
You should
And they're like,
fuck
"No,
baby
never,
birds." No, they
Yeah.
just pecked but
Right.
only one pecked the other one because one was submissive. So pecked it to death.
Yeah.
And then the other one died soon after because it couldn't live without pecking something.
Right. Your parents with animals are not a great record.
No, apparently Gracie Madel might be the last animal they ever get.
Really?
Yeah, I
I
think
hope
it's
so.
the last one.
Yeah, they should just stick to cooking and stick to TV.
Man, they love both of those things.
I think that's
I
it.
tell ya.
Sometimes you can't take care of another life.
All right, we got monkey news.
All right.
Monkey news. Oh, Ed's not here. Dan,
Yeah.
make a monkey noise, please.
Very good, Dan. Very good.
He's a little monkey man.
Monkey man.
Dan
Now
the Monkey
dance for
Man
us, Dan.
McNamara.
Dance for us now, Dan.
Oh, yeah, that's where you brought him here. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll dance for you guys. I'll dance.
This shirt's
Okay.
too nice. Don't make him dance.
No, I'll dance for you guys. I'll do it.
It was just
Give me a
funny the way
second.
you went into it, man. It's like you went into it so immediately without a shred of doubt. As soon as you finished, you just looked like you had so many questions for yourself.
Which I like and I appreciate.
I totally had so many questions. I did.
It's okay.
I was like, was that even a monkey noise?
Yeah, it was.
Ed loves
Yeah.
monkey news.
Humans are very close to monkey noise at all time, and you nailed it.
Thank you.
Horrifying scenes took place over the weekend in Egypt as at least 2 thugs entered the Alexandria Zoo and beat up monkeys with sticks as dozens of zoo goers watched and laughed.
I don't like this.
It's a sad story.
This is anti-monkey news, and I don't appreciate it.
2 men armed with sticks jumped over the monkey enclosure's fence and beat up the helpless animals before stealing their bananas and eating them.
What? What happened to these guys, Marcus?
Most of the monkeys fled to the top of the enclosure for safety. However, several others endured beating by the men as people in the crowd cheered, laughed, and clapped. The 2 men spent a considerable amount of time in the enclosure, and no security at the zoo intervened. Eventually, the men got bored and left the scene unapprehended and without suffering any consequences. The health of the monkeys and extent of injuries is not clear.
Egypt?
Egypt.
Fucking Egypt.
Well, this is not really representative of most
I don't know. This
activity
happened in
Egypt.
Las Vegas, and it happened very fast, and they got caught.
That's
Remember
right.
that?
I remember it.
I'll never forget the time. I was talking with my friend Dave. It was an icy night, UW Stout. It was 2003. And he was eating a burrito, and I tackled him, and his head hit the pavement, and it bled. And you know what I did? I grabbed that fucking burrito, and I ate it. And that's why I have considered Dave a monkey ever since. These guys did what every single human being should do when they were in desperate need of food. They beat some monkeys and stole their bananas. And I actually kind of respect what happened. I don't mind their overall... They were starving Egyptian human beings.
You're making
Their
that up.
government... No, I'm not. Their government is starving them. And they had to go to the zoo... beat some monkeys.
Yeah, but the other people didn't
bananas.
have. The other people didn't have to cheer, laugh, and clap.
No, that's the crazy part.
I am unhappy with what you're saying.
It's also the theater programs over in Egypt. They're not very good.
You're right. That is true.
Funding of the arts in Egypt is like really bad.
Improv everywhere. This was Egyptians, form of it.
And they don't have enough gay people in Egypt to do the plays.
Oh, they've got enough. They're just not allowed to say anything.
Right.
Marcus, what kind of monkeys were they?
It looks like... Okay, let me look and see. There are pictures of these men.
I don't want to see the
They're
pictures.
monster
The
men who
monkeys
should have been
getting
murdered in their goddamn... Every single time you walk into a monkey cage, I want the monkey to win.
Yeah.
Wow, these guys are fucking insane. These look like baboons.
Yeah, they
beat up baboons?
Yeah.
Jesus.
You don't fuck with baboons.
Yeah, baboons
look like
is serious.
Yeah.
He's wearing a pink shirt.
I want these men dead. Are they dead yet, Marcus?
Any listeners out there in Egypt, Jackie has a contract.
I just put a
on
hit
couple
out.
of heads.
Henry's going to pay $75,000
Henry will
for
pay
the
the
heads
money.
of those men.
I just don't even understand how you find a like-minded. What was the conversation before that? What's up, man? You hungry?
I am hungry.
These bananas, man.
I guess the grocery store is closed. What should we do?
I got a plan.
Okay.
We're going to have to fuck up some monkeys, though.
I'm totally fine with your idea.
It's not funny.
It's one word, and it's hangry. Hangry.
Yeah,
it's angry, hungry. I get that. I get that way. I could easily see myself going to the zoo if I was that hungry and that desperate and that poor and that starving. I would totally jump into
If you're these monkeys, you just have to be shocked that somebody would come and steal your
have
bananas.
the audacity to go in there and
What
pick
are you
your
doing?
bananas.
I feel like this man, if he had a pink shirt on, this man is not destitute.
Right.
Poor people don't wear pink.
That's the truth.
Everyone knows that.
Everyone does know that.
Everyone does
know that.
Hold on.
That is, I've never thought about it.
Absolutely.
She's absolutely right.
People don't wear pink.
Thank you.
100%.
Poor men don't wear pink.
They do not.
It's a fashion statement.
Yeah.
You're right.
Wearing
It is
pink
a
is
What we're
choice.
saying is you have to have enough social class in order to feminize yourself enough as a man
To
in
still
order
be a man.
Fuck these
and
assholes.
to not wear pink.
I want their genitals. Henry Zebrowski will pay $150,000 for these men's genitals.
Henry will pay $270,000 for the genitals mailed to Jackie Zebrowski. Give your address right now, Jackie.
It is
1093 Jackson Avenue, Creek in the Cave.
Creek in the Cave, care of Marcus
If you
Park.
send these men's genitals into the mail and put them in the mail to the
It will be
Creek in the Cave.
$380,000 via Henry Zebrowski.
Yeah, Henry Zebrowski, he's got a big checkbook and it's made out of rupees. I've seen his checkbook. He's like a pirate. His closet's filled with ruples.
And I want you know what? I also, why don't you throw in the pink shirt that the fucking asshole is wearing? You know what? He's gonna throw out $570,000.
Yeah. You guys want to see a picture of these guys?
Sure.
Yeah. Here they are in the monkey pit. One of them's wearing a
Stealing
pink
the
shirt.
bananas.
The other was wearing all black, and you can see the big O stick in his hand.
He's wearing like a suit, man.
Yeah.
These are some like hitman monkey killers right there.
Yeah, man.
These are rich people.
No, they're douchebags.
Has there ever been a situation in human history where you would watch a man fight a monkey and not root for the monkey? I love when a monkey destroys a man.
Maybe if the man was my father or my brother.
I would root for the monkey.
Marcus?
No.
Root for the monkey.
If you chose to be in that place, Marcus, I wouldn't choose for you.
Right.
Why would I choose to be in that situation?
These guys are going into imprisoned, Homo sapiens These are imprisoned Homo sapiens, and these guys are going in there and stealing the only thing that these individual
Look,
creatures
we don't know
get.
whether or not the monkeys are gay, Ben.
No, it's not a gay thing. It's just not right.
Can you look up monkeys?
I'm sure there's a lot of gay monkeys sucking and fucking each
Penguin
other.
sucking monkey's penis, Marcus. Please find that.
If you willingly walk into a monkey pit, you deserve everything that happens to you.
Yeah.
Yes.
If a monkey attacks you outside in the jungle, then you can feel sorrow for the actual human.
Yes.
But the problem is, the only thing that happened to these dudes was adulation.
It's not right.
That's what makes me so mad.
Yeah.
It's a whole cultural thing. I think it's, in America, if that would happen, everyone's rooting for the monkey. If you go into a hippo cage, everyone's rooting for the hippo. Whenever you go into the territory that belongs to the animal that you're currently trying to,
Are you talking about ISIS right now?
No, I'm not talking about. Well, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, but not really, unless ISIS is a bunch of adorable fucking monkeys, and they are not, and they are certainly not enclosed in a goddamn area where
We
they're
don't
being
know
confined to
whether or
be
not
eating
ISIS is a bunch of
bananas.
adorable monkeys
We
or not,
don't,
Ben.
yeah.
How
What
can
I
we
am-
postulate? Are you Obama? Do you
I
know
am
the secrets?
Obama. I am President
Do you know
Barack
the secrets
Obama.
internationally?
I am President Ben Barack Obama.
What's the first question you ask when you get elected president? They bring you into the secret room with all the secret files.
Where's the fucking great steak?
Where's
I
the
want
good steak
food.
in the
Yeah, I want
neighborhood?
good food. I want a good dinner. Yeah. What do you mean you don't make curry of all your potatoes? There'll be something like that.
Just questions about the restaurant. They'll be like, President Kissel, we've been over the restaurant's menu. Well, do you want to know about JFK?
Do you put bacon in your mac and cheese?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Either way, what I am saying is these fucking assholes who hurt those monkeys should have not been cheered on, and very rarely should any human being be cheered on when killing an animal in a closed space. We've all seen Blackfish.
Gladiator.
Ooh, Blackfish was a great documentary.
Blackfish is pretty solid.
Is there a backstory to the monkeys? I mean, are they enclosed for a reason besides being in a zoo? Maybe
They're just in a zoo,
Maybe
yeah.
they're being punished.
Baboons in a zoo.
Ooh, yeah, maybe they know too much.
They could have stole that fruit, man. Maybe these dudes work at Dole.
Good point.
You're right, yeah. Chiquita's fucking coming over there, man.
They should nickname themselves the Banana Brothers. That's just a personal wish that they would do that. If the New York Post of Egypt, whatever that is, should do that.
I think it's called the New York Post.
Well, I want their fucking bananas. I want the whole bunch of their bananas.
Yeah, you just want the bananas.
I don't want it on a fucking plate. No, I want their bananas.
It's also
AKA their peni.
Is it not the worst heist in history? Like, what'd you get? Just a bunch of bananas. Like, they broke into a place.
The banana is Egyptian gold.
It means that's all they have.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's it. They'll be like, "Oh, I chipped a piece off of the Sphinx." They're like, "Do you have any bananas?" Because that piece of a pyramid you got is worth $2. A banana is worth 500,000 Rapunzels.
I didn't know that.
Egyptian currency,
The Rapunzel.
which is $5.
You ain't
in
got
there.
Yeah, they hurt, man. Them monkeys are hurt.
Yeah, he probably took a piece of that banana to get that pink shirt.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, definitely.
Fucker, pink shirt.
How much of a banana does it take to get a pink shirt?
Half of a banana.
Mike, you own a pink shirt.
Oh, I own a few pink shirts.
I can't bring myself to do it.
I had one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dope.
Like
Only real men wear pink. That's what they say.
Yeah, Lexi was trying to make me get one. I was like, I don't want a pink shirt.
You wouldn't look good because you would look like a human toe.
Yeah,
See, I have a little more tone in my skin than you
Yeah,
do.
you would look
and
like a
Kevin
toe.
does too, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
But, you got to have a little color in the skin to actually pull off a pink shirt.
I think that's very true.
Okay. So get a tan then.
Yeah,
Or
go
try.
get a fake tan.
Yeah, get a fake tan.
Please.
So if anybody knows any suggestions for spray tans out there,
I'll spray you down.
you'll spray me up?
Yeah, I'll put a
Can we
bunch of
just go to
paprika
like a
in
car
water.
wash and you just hook
Yeah,
up?
I got a high power hose. I put a bunch of paprika in water. and
Go
I'll
to a
spray you.
racquetball court.
Marcus?
I'll lay down in the middle of it.
No, go on.
No, she'll spray me with spray tan.
Is that a thing with women? If they see a man in a pink shirt, do they think that he's more masculine because he has the courage to wear a pink shirt? Is that something they might find to be
it varies.
attractive?
It varies from woman to woman.
But I think that's like what it used to be. Like now, it's like it's so common.
It's just pink.
That it's like
No, it's just a guy wearing a pink shirt.
yeah.
It's a confidence thing, I think.
It also lends to like penis, you know.
No, I think it just means you have
How does it lend to penis?
Not related to penis whatsoever. All it means is the guy had the confidence to walk out the door with a pink shirt on.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And he's a big fun penis.
So he's a walking penis all day. Yeah, I like that.
I guarantee me and Kevin go out with the pink shirt on, we'll get more chicks than you, Holden.
How much pussy are you slanging?
Fucking swimming in it.
I've lived with Mike for 3 months, and I'll tell you, there are so many women in that house. Oh my gosh, I can't even. I said, Mike, take it easy.
Try it, man.
Keep it down. It's just full
There was
of
that one girl, but
pussy.
she just immediately left town.
Yeah.
No, she stuck around for like a month and a half. And then she was gone for like 7 weeks, and then she broke up with me the day she got back.
There you go.
Oh, right. So Mike actually had, for all those men out there that are listening, and take Mike's story to heart because you probably should. There was a woman, and we spoke about it. If you listen to Roundtable Live, I believe it was a couple of
trial of the mystery pooper.
The trial of the mystery pooper. There was a woman that Mike spoke to over the phone via
we don't
email
have to do
and
this
via
again,
text.
do we?
And he was such a bitch the whole time. And then she came back.
What?
And she
Mike
broke
was a
up with him.
bitch?
Yeah. And she broke up with him immediately because she saw him. And then and then Mike was heartbroken. So never do that, men. Never
She broke
be
up
a
with me
Mike.
the day after the day I got back from my grandmother's funeral.
And
Yeah,
your grandmother,
I would say- I would
and your
like-
grandmother rolled over in her grave, thinking about the idea that you possibly thought she might like you.
I was confused.
I would
No,
say if
that's
you're
fine.
going to go out of town for a few months and you don't care for the person you're fucking, leave them before you go out of town so you can fuck guilt-free no matter where you are.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
It had nothing to do with my pink shirts, Ben.
Or do what Mike did and speak to a woman over and over again for a 2.5 month period and text her every single day.
I did it, man.
And talk.
I did it once.
What's that?
You had a long distance.
I did. It was a nightmare. We broke up.
Can we say,
never
as a
do that
roundtable consensus, as Jackie from Sex and Other Human Activities, Marcus as well, a wonderful therapist to the crowd, and Kevin, a experienced human being, can we all agree the long distance relationship will never last, and it never should ever
It needs
occur?
a 1 month deadline.
Is it technology that has ruined it?
It depends on where you are and who you're doing it with.
Yeah, if you don't want pussy and you hate yourself.
I think
you
it's
know,
all about money.
You just gotta be like,
It's all about money.
it's gotta be, it's gotta be open, man. As soon as they leave, if they're gone, like, all right, it's open. We'll see if we're in the same town again. But you can't just be like, you're gonna live in fucking Germany,
Right.
and not fuck all them hot ass German dudes.
Right. And they have large penises.
Yeah.
And they have confidence, obviously. Dan, your
Yeah,
thoughts?
I think it's all about the money. If you are dating a chick who's worth a ton of dough, I would have a long distance relationship
She
with
can
that chick.
fly
So you want the woman to have all the money?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Which in my
absolutely.
situation,
She could be
did.
old. She could be old, and we could be living far away from each other, and it would be beautiful.
Okay, so that's a long distance relationship that works. A very old lady
lot
that
of
is
money.
floating you crazy with
See,
money.
I feel like it should be the opposite of that. If you hold the money, then she can do whatever she wants because at the end of the day, you hold the reins, right? If she's got all the money, she's just gonna fucking fuck whoever she wants and do whatever she wants. She's gonna leave you in the end because she's
A
got all the
woman's
money.
going to do that regardless.
But she's
That is true.
How much is a beautiful woman's body worth? Blanket statement.
Oh, God.
When it comes to a dude with zero dude, zero money, right? Normal ass dude. Beautiful woman, right? Her body is worth at least the amount of money that would take a dude to get her, right? So that dude needs to make $500K to even be able to talk to her. So what you're saying is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jackie, for example.
Please put a number on my body.
What I am telling you is this.
I'm going to warn you right now.
Jackie, do not yell at me. What I am saying is I've been listening to Steve Harvey.
No.
Oh man,
I've been listening. That's where I'm getting these facts from. I've been listening to Steve Harvey. I have been feeling a lot of different fucking emotions. He says,
Kissel, I am
$250,000
again before you go down this road.
I'm not going down it.
Okay.
Steve Harvey is a revolutionary.
Yes,
And
he loves big women.
Amen. He's great.
Yeah.
So Kissel, please continue.
Well, lesbian Jackie, let me continue.
You can't. That's not even a dig. I have fucked hotter women than you can even imagine.
Well, have you fucked women that were morbidly obese?
Who's better, Jackie or Ben? Let's get into it.
Oh my God! All right, let's do the fight. I've been drinking. I am not happy. All right, no.
Ben, what's the 7th letter of the alphabet?
7.
Jackie gets that round.
Yeah. 29.
Okay. Any other questions?
No, that's the only one.
That was
Jackie won.
It's G.
No,
G.
Anyway.
I immediately looked at Jackie and went, it's G.
Man, y'all know the alphabet too hard.
All right.
I didn't know. I didn't know. I was.
Dan didn't say
I didn't know.
Because that's the G spot. That's what I was going with. So.
But some women are priceless. You can't put a price on certain.
You
women.
can't
That's
put a
why
price
Dan
on
is married.
anybody.
Hey,
That's
honestly
why
though,
he's married.
that's the goofiest shit I ever heard.
That's why he got a woman to marry him.
It's goofy, but it works.
It's all medicine.
Also,
Men must
man,
make money.
If you guys could see Dan's wife, I'm sorry to take this out of context, but Dan's wife is hot as
She's
shit.
a real smoking hottie.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's true. She is.
It is that phrase right there. That's why he's got that wedding ring on, and that is why she is hot as fucking shit.
And
I can
isn't
tell
that
by
something?
how candid he was about that response. Like, yeah, she really is. She actually really is.
She
Because if
really
you
is.
meet a guy that's like, dude, my wife is so hot, then you know that he's fucking lying.
Yeah.
No, this man is not lying.
Then she's a big bacon
Actually,
woman.
Ben, you actually commented on my wife. She was in the front row of a show, and I was with her. And I think you said during the show, "Oh, why are you with this dude?"
And that's why people come out to see me perform live, so I can break up relationships.
That was the hottest girl at a Murphist show you've ever seen.
I'm sure that it was.
But that's okay.
I'm the hottest girl at a Murder Fish show. I assume she had both arms and both legs, so that'll make her pretty much the 1%. No, what I'm saying is women are beautiful human beings, and men must make money in order to deserve them.
That is also true.
Okay, thank you so much.
Nice.
All right.
Ralph Lauren.
Yes, Marcus Parks.
We're going to Africa for our next news story.
We need to make intro noises for that.
No?
For Africa? Oh, Ed's
for
not
the
here.
birds. That's the bird.
For the bird. That's the birds of
say.
Africa, yes.
Yeah, of course.
Police in Ghana are hunting a mortuary worker who claimed live on TV that job training involved defiling corpses by having sex with them. Morgue attendant Sharkur Lucas said he was asked to sleep with a dead body by bosses in order to vanquish any reservations about being near cadavers. The young man also appeared to admit he turned to dead bodies to sate his sexual lust because women were frightened off by his morbid line of work. Lucas said he interfered with corpses, quote, many times with approval by his bosses. He said, that is the training, you have to do that, because once you have done that, you will not be afraid of them again.
That makes sense.
I don't mind it.
I mean, I guess it makes.
How
What's
fresh,
wrong?
how
I
fresh
still,
were the
again,
bodies? How
Pretty,
fresh
I mean, if they're in the mortuary, they're still pretty
They're
fresh.
pretty fresh.
I mean,
So
some
what
of
did
them.
the guy do with them?
He fucked them.
I still don't necessarily understand the human problem with having your way with corpses. It's a corpse. I would never fuck a corpse, but I have no sympathy of what a corpse is. A corpse. A corpse is a piece of. It's a piece of dirt. It's nothing.
Yeah,
I think
the worms are gonna do worse shit to it.
Exactly. What happened, Marcus?
Okay, I'm sorry. I do need to just throw it out there that Marcus keeps opening up, I'm assuming, things that are being sent through on the
People
chat.
are sending stuff in the live stream. People are in the chat, and people are sending these pictures through, and I keep clicking them, and there have been
Dan is
two.
wonderful, because
He's
Dan's not
almost
looking
throwing
at
up.
anything, but I keep looking, and I keep seeing just like rough things. It's hard to pay attention.
So what have we seen from the chat?
It's
please?
been rough. There
Let's
was
go
one
through the
kitty,
chat
and I really
stuff.
liked the kitty.
I think
you
you
wanna-
want to scrotum.
Hey, Holden, do you want to see what what he called a Holdenator spray tan?
Not at all.
Does anyone else?
That's
Yeah,
why
I
I'm
don't
in the
see
seat.
it.
They
You
couldn't
wanna-
be
you
farther
wanna
away
see
from
it?
the
Ask for
monitor.
it.
All right.
It's a Holdenator
No, wait,
spray tan.
that's not
No,
right.
that's no.
That's just a guy with no hands.
I'll tell you, a couple weeks ago, I actually logged onto this and looked at the images, and they were all like what he's about to show us.
Holdenator spray tan.
Well, it's still not up.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh, what is it?
Oh, it's just a chick with a carrot, I guess, in her pussy.
No, it's a man with a dick. And
Oh, I see a man. Oh, I see a dude's
Yeah.
pissing in his mouth.
It's a
while
guy
he's covered.
he's
Pissing
covered
his
in
mouth.
shit, and he's pissing in his own mouth.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
That is the worst
First
thing
you thought
I've
it
ever
was a chick
seen.
with a carrot in her pussy?
Yeah.
Hold on, you
And this-
support these people.
And this is two dicks that are cut down the middle, and they're kind of scissoring each other.
I actually kind of think that's romantic.
It
if
is
they're
kind of
together.
romantic.
Yeah,
It's kind of
it's
a
a
ring
little bit
thing.
romantic.
man.
Yeah.
Is that fake or is that real?
No, it's for
That's
real.
real.
That's real.
That's for real.
That's the type of stuff that
real.
happens when you
Because
don't
I see
follow.
Marcus randomly click on them as we're all talking. So I see what it is, but I don't know exactly what it is. It's just, oh, that's Henry without a shirt on. So
All
that's,
right, Kevin, you're saying what?
No, it's no way.
that I've seen my entire life.
Well, that's Claude Wilson. He only posts pictures of kittens and Henry.
I like that man, and I am pro him, although I don't
can't
need to
trust
see
anyone
Henry
named
naked anymore.
Claude.
You can trust a Claude.
Yeah, you can.
Sure.
Unless his name is CLAWED, and then that's weird.
No,
I seriously want you to look at the pictures that your Holdenators have put online.
I'd like to hear the descriptions.
Oh, it disgusted me one night as I sat there and listened to this podcast. It disgusted me.
It disgusted Mike, and God knows that's not good.
I appreciate all my nators, and I just want you all to have a Merry Easter.
All right. So, all right, Marcus, go into the story a little bit more.
Well, explaining the activity on TV, the mortuary worker said, "Sometimes if I want to ask a lady out, she will be afraid of me once she hears that I'm a mortuary man and turn me down. But when I'm in the mortuary sometimes, I will see a fresh female corpse and I will satisfy myself. The ladies sometimes say because I work in the mortuary, I will kill them if they accept my proposal. I have not done it once, but many times. Currently, I don't have a wife, and since I was born, I haven't had sex with a fine girl. Working with dead bodies is a talent that God gave me. I'm with the dead bodies every day, and it is as if I'm with another person."
How upset are you if you find out this guy had sex with the corpse of your son or your daughter?
I'd be pretty upset.
You'd be upset?
Yeah, I'd be upset.
You love the corpse. You think I have a very what's a corpse? What is a corpse?
I mean, it is the whatever's left over of the person that
The
you
vessel.
did care about. But at the same time, it is not. There's nothing there. I guess you could say, but
It's still a little upsetting. I would
It is.
say
Yeah.
if you're gonna jerk off onto my daughter's corpse, that's one
Which
thing.
is called a scoundrel.
That's fine. But if you're going to fuck my daughter's corpse, I feel that is an entirely different, unacceptable.
But what if
action.
she died at past 18?
It doesn't matter whether she's 5 or whether she's fucking 25. I feel like it's the same.
To me, all he's doing is not letting it go to waste.
Very interesting.
That might be the worst thing you've ever said.
It is.
You are always so good at what you say.
He cowered when he said it.
Said it.
I started saying it and I got so upset
I'm
with
so
myself.
proud of you right now. That was amazing.
There was a
to
big
watch.
breakthrough, Kevin.
It was a
I mean,
breakthrough.
it's always glad in that situation when you hear it, you're like, at least they're dead. At least they're dead.
Yeah, they're not
dead.
They're dead. At least they're dead.
There is nothing. There
They
is
don't
no.
know.
Ben, let me put
They don't know.
Let me put it in terms you understand. Like, say, what's your favorite dog that you take care of?
I take care of all of the dogs that
What's
I
your
love.
favorite?
Well, Teddy Bear seems to be the one that you post the most pictures of on Instagram.
Teddy Bear is the cutest dog because he is the one that is a Pomeranian, and he's wily and out there and looking for love.
What is this,
All right.
Tinder?
No, he's fun.
Sounds like he has a lot of personality.
He does.
Yeah.
He eats the walls.
Yeah. So let's say Teddy Bear dies.
And he will.
He will. He will definitely die.
That's fine with me.
Say I took Teddy Bear and I grabbed onto his jaws on both sides because the mouth is very small, and then I ripped him open.
Yeah.
So the entire jaw is completely off of the skull, and then I fuck the jaw hole. How do you feel about that?
Well, hold on, that's totally different, man. That's a different thing.
Yeah?
You ripped the dog open. That was an alive dog before you did that shit.
No. It's dead.
Oh, it's dead.
This is after it's already dead.
Well,
I'm going to say this.
No. I'm not sick enough to kill a live dog
You
like
can't
that.
kill a live dog, and nor should you kill anybody or any living creature. I disagree with doing all of that stuff. But when the animal is dead, and Teddy Bear, I would honestly say Teddy Bear got what he deserved. Was a dog. No, a terrible dog, and everybody hates him, but I love him to death. And you can do whatever you want with him. And you know what? I think that I wouldn't be... the thing is, you'd go to jail because you can't legally fuck a dead dog.
I don't know. I think you can.
No, you cannot.
No way.
I think
You can't have sex with a dead dog.
No way.
Well, not in front of people.
No, but that would be sad, though, Marcus.
I think
and
that's
I
the
agree
biggest
with you.
thing with the
I
guy
feel
working
like
at the place. It's like, don't get caught.
don't leave your fucking daughter's corpse in a goddamn place where the people that they're gonna be watching over her. You know they're mortuary, employees. You know they're comfortable with the dead body. When my kids die, I'm watching them until I do whatever they want to be
What are you
done.
gonna name your kids?
I'm gonna name my kids Grumble, Grumble, and Groomble, so they never fucking know what I'm not calling them.
Well, Ben, there is precedence in Wisconsin for your question of is it legal to have sex with a dead animal. A man was convicted of having sex with a dead deer, but it did raise some interesting legal issues because the statute in Wisconsin, the zoophilia statute, it prohibits sex with animals but not carcasses. The defense raised the issue that if a dead animal was an animal, at what point would it cease to be an animal?
God damn.
See, I don't even understand. If you're in Wisconsin, you got 2 different times a year. In the summer, you fuck the cheese. In the winter, you fuck the snow. That's it.
Or the deer. If you get a deer, you can fuck a deer.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but you got
It's
cheese and
warm.
snow. What's better than cheese and snow for being on fucked
Yeah, but
on?
it's warm and it's definitely wet.
It's true.
I agree.
Yeah.
You got this guy got charged with a misdemeanor charge of sexual gratification with an animal.
Yeah.
And his attorney said because the deer was dead, it was not considered an animal, and the charge should be dismissed.
I agree. I mean, honestly, if you fuck a dead deer, just like send a newsletter around the town, be like, Mike fucked a dead deer, and that.
Why you got to bring me into this?
Not you, Mike. I'm just saying the
I
random.
think you might.
It could be you, but this is not an imprisonment situation. This is a public shaming situation.
Mike the roommate fucked a dead deer.
Mike the roommate did have sex with a dead deer, and that's why he currently lives with me.
And that's why
he's into
alone.
politics.
Yes.
This is all completely false.
Yeah, but it's always wet.
I mean, the guy from Ghana, the fact that, where's his lawyer? Why is he doing this news
they
article
don't know
talking?
how to-
Lawyer. He's going on TV to admit all this stuff openly, and since he has gone on TV, he's been on the run ever since. And police have launched a full
Are you
investigation.
talking about, was he on Ellen?
No, he was on, let's see here, the TV show was Adom TV. Adom TV in Ghana. Let's see what this is all about.
He's just in a lot of trouble for having sex with an animal.
Yeah.
You know, they really should get the people who don't want to be morticians and force them to be morticians. Because people who want to be morticians clearly just want,
Well, the thing I kind of want to be a mortician. It's one of my backup
I would never
plans.
let you be a mortician.
Never
ever.
let you with my dead child, daughter, or wife.
Fuck a dead body.
I would be fantastic at being a mortician.
See, that's the guy you want to watch out for. Mike, do you want to be a mortician?
I do not want to be a
Put him in school.
Put him in morticians.
Put him right
But at
to
the same
school.
time, I think Marcus would explore every single cavity to find the answer.
Yeah, with his fucking fingers and his dick.
Yeah,
I'd be really good at it. You know how much care I would put towards those
Yeah, with
bodies?
your fingers in your dick. I know you would provide a lot of care in those regions.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'd definitely provide care. The families would no bunk them.
Bunk 'em, huh? No bunk 'em, huh?
Bunk 'em.
Oh, I think you would. I think you would treat Bones with the
You
deserved.
would treat bones with respect,
Yeah,
but not
now
the
you're-
meat
not
with
the
respect.
flesh.
Not that fucking horny, wet hole.
Yeah, you know what,
Was
Claude?
that another kitten?
Huh? Yeah, that was another kitten. Claude Wilson on the chat says that I would make a good mortician.
Well,
I
if Claude
agree.
Wilson says it, then I support it.
Any dude who's obsessed with pictures of kittens like he is, you don't let him near a dead
Oh
body.
my god.
Why do we
That's a good
demonize
kid.
the mortician, though?
Because it's a literal
it's a-
demon.
Why do you demonize them? Every single family has somebody who's going to die. We're all going to die. Why have we chosen to demonize and make it more of a dark art, a dark science, the art of being a mortician?
They're not good people, man.
Why aren't they good people?
I'll tell you, one of the weirdest shows I've ever done in my life was at Village Lantern, which, you know.
Yes, the
doesn't-
West Village. There's a place
Yeah.
called the Village Lantern in the West Village. We all came up there. It was full of open mics.
Yeah,
and
dude.
it was, holy Lord, that place could get dark.
I was there every week, sometimes twice a week.
Yeah.
You know, dark place.
Yep,
Sad.
same here.
You know, one night it was packed. When it never is, usually with the shows. The next shows are never good. But the room was full of, it was all morticians.
All morticians?
It was all morticians. Like they had just got done with mortician school, which I didn't know was a thing.
Yeah, there's
I'm
a
going to say
there's
this
a
seems-
mortician school here in the city. I used to help my friend Megan study for it all the time.
This seems like it could be the greatest crowd of all time because there is no line that you could not cross that they haven't already previously put a bunch of different drugs into.
Oh no, I'll tell you, man, they were fucking all trashed and just all heckling everybody. The show was horrible.
Really?
Like they were everything you thought about morticians. They were just so aggressively heckling everybody and just rowdy as shit.
'Cause do you think they saw you as a future corpse?
Probably, yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Like, I was just shitting on them the entire... Like, I got up there, and I just shat on them the entire time. And it was great.
If you're a mortician, do you just look around? Because it's like everyone has their own view of the world, depending on what they do. If you're a mortician, do you just look at people and be like, I know what you look like when you're going to be dead, Dan?
Yeah.
Like, you look like you're alive right now. You know, you think you're going to be alive for a while. I've already seen people that look just like you when they're dead.
They
So I know
totally
what-
disrespect life. It's like they disrespect the living people because they're surrounded by dead people all the time.
And so they respect death.
Yeah.
So that's why they have sex with the corpses.
Not all of them.
I don't know. I'm just saying it's got to be a weird world view. It's like a stripper, right? If you're
Marcus, it just like I'm usually on your side, but it just seems forced when you say it.
What?
Not all of them. Not all of them. Not all of them.
Not all of them. Not every single one of them.
You're right about that.
Yeah,
Not all ISIS members are choosing to be there either.
Do you want to hear stories? I can tell you stories.
I don't want to hear any stories.
So I told Jackie a story once. She
I
didn't
don't
like it.
the
What's the story?
Oh well, no, that story's pretty long. But there's another, like how women necrophiliacs, how they do it is they insert a hydraulic pump into the penis, which causes it to become hard, and that's when they ride them back and forth. The only thing about it is that if you do that after they've been embalmed, fluids and certain other things start coming up through their mouth, nose, eyes. If you rock the body too much.
Well, you never know what's going to happen. And I think it's so important to remember all of that. All right, let's get off the subject. I think
Marcus, what was
necrophilia-
the photo that disturbed you and Jackie?
Oh, it's the worst thing I've ever seen. It was actual necrophilia.
All right, let's see it.
Yeah. Do you want to
throw it around?
Yeah, I want to see
Do you
it,
really
man.
want to?
Yeah, of course. If you,
It's just rough when I see flashes of it on this
I just saw a flash too.
and I don't know what it is, and I see it, and it makes me upset.
I saw a flash, and the guy had a gigantic gigantic cock. It was.
All right, let's see.
It was a good, solid.
Do you really want to see it?
Human beings are doing this. Is human fucking. This is.
I'm all about
do the rest
learning.
of the show.
All right.
Close my eyes.
This is literally.
Yeah, I already did it. I don't need to see it again.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Oh, I see. So the woman's cut open. Her
I mean, it was no
organs are
Swedish
taken.
Not a
fish.
real.
That's for sure.
This is not a real.
Yeah, no,
photograph.
the shit all over the guy with the dick and everything was worse.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know. People do what's Christ. People do odd things, and we
I
have to
wonder
understand
why
that.
I can't sleep. It's like, why do I have these awful dreams about murder and rape? It's like, is it possibly the things I see on Marcus's screen?
I sleep just fine every
I
night.
get to the bodies exhibit.
All
You
right,
are
guys.
different, Marcus.
That'd be a great horror movie, Marcus's Screen. That's what it's called.
The Round Table's a special podcast full of special people, and we
Are
get
you
in
calling us
there-
retarded?
No, we're not.
No, we're just special.
Just special. It's the best podcast that's ever existed, and occasionally we get a little bit dark, and this is one of those moments. And I have no problem with the last 15 minutes, but let's move on.
Let's move on to a segment from Holden McNeely.
Oh, I'm scared about doing a segment.
I don't know what
are we doing? The Grammys? Yeah, we didn't talk about this.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, you
didn't
didn't
talk
tell
about
no one
this.
about it, but
Oh, I just feel like they're not going to want to do it. Oh, man.
Marcus, what's the crowd reaction so far? to
Yeah,
Rise?
how are they
crowd-
feeling?
they're fantastic.
Yeah, they're
They're having a great time.
Can
They're
we get
they're
it-
trading pictures with each other.
That's great.
All kittens in a basket.
Yeah.
I love Claude. Is that Claude?
That's Claude.
Claude, I want you to look up Prince and Pig because I saw this really cute gif of a pig and he was a baby and
For
he
those,
was
how many
prancing
people are
through some
listening
grass.
right now, Marcus?
Huh?
How many people are listening?
How many people are listening? Let
Prancing
me.
Pig.
It doesn't
Just like a
matter. Let's
prancing
just say
pig on
5,000.
Reddit.
Prancing
And it
pig
was-
or
Go to the
scoundrel.
for those listening right now. For those listening right
I want
now.
more kitten photos.
Marshmallows.
Look, here's a
For the individuals listening to the show right now, go to iTunes, write a review for the Round Table of Gentlemen. Let's get the Round Table of Gentlemen right now in the top 300 on iTunes, and I believe you can do it.
You can join my fan club. That you
No,
or you
don't do that.
Holdenator's Hoe, I believe there's
Holden,
about
I'm
9 to
getting-
15 hoes on
Yes.
there. Either one is good.
No.
A segment
What
today.
is the segment? We need
Go to
tell
go to
us what the segment-
iTunes and vote on Round Table. Do things. Be like,
Rate and
Holden
review is
sucks.
what-
Write reviews.
Or send me a
favorites.
postcard. To
No?
Don't, and then we'll get it. And
Yeah,
then
tell
we'll.
your address,
Whatever.
Holden.
It is
What-
1095 Jackson Avenue.
wrong.
That's
Ooh.
93.
93, 1093.
As soon as it's
Even
1095.
on this podcast, I know the address.
Confuse a man. The special segment today, it's a little different. We're changing up a little bit. It's going to be Ben versus Jackie, the War of the Worlds.
Oh.
We each get to ask them a question.
But I
They're
have
going
to pee, so that means I can't pee.
You
anytime
can't
soon?
pee.
I
We're going to
also
go
have
around.
to pee.
Okay, good. So we're in the same
All right,
boat.
so you're in the same boat, so it's going to be
this fast.
a bit of a lightning round. Where
Extremely
each of us
fast.
will go around, ask them a question. They each have to answer. Marcus will keep score. He will decide the winner of each round, and he'll tally it up and he'll win. So let me, or they'll win.
2,
One of
3,
them.
4. Okay.
Okay, four questions. Four questions.
4 questions.
Well,
Might have to have a tiebreaker.
Yeah,
All right.
Probably will.
All right.
Okay. If you were to kill our current president, how would you do it?
Who goes first?
This round, you'll go first, Jackie. Next round, Ben will go first.
I would poison Malia? I would poison Malia, not to kill her. I would poison her to seduce her.
Okay.
So I'd give her some acid, and I would say, "Daddy is bad. Daddy is bad," and she'd be like, "Daddy is bad." I say, "It's because of the basketball," and so I would let her inject the basketball and have it have like needles coming on the outside of it. So I would wait until Obama decided to play basketball again, which Lord knows when it's going to be. But the outside of it will have needles with AIDS in it, and when he goes to play basketball, he'd be like, "Oh, why are my fingers bleeding?" He'll play the basketball. It's not going to be till years later when he gets AIDS, dies from AIDS, realizes it's from Malia, and ejects her from the family, and it'll have nothing to do with me. because it's just the acid, and that's what
There
little
you go.
girls do.
Seduce Malia, needle-aid basketball. Ben?
Number one, this is satire. I don't want to kill President Barack Obama. I feel like he's been fine as a leader, and I would never want to take him
I'm
down.
saying little
USA
girls are going to do what little girls are going to do.
Right.
Yeah, we know that. We know that.
To assassinate Barack Obama, I suppose one of the number one things you could do is to let him get deeply. Michelle Obama has sex with Barack, but in a way.
Do they?
Yes. And she puts a strap-on on, and Barack does not mind it in the ass in this scenario. So what I would do is do a Seven-style hardcore butt-fucking for Barack, where Michelle puts on a extra strong dildo, and Barack is not expecting it. It goes through his body, through his mouth, and he is hung nearly... Not hung, he is like the cannibal Holocaust.
With the stick up through his mouth.
All right. Stick, but in this case, it is Michelle's dildo. She is the base of it, and then of course he is there on top.
So
and
Marcus,
a dildo goes through his mouth, and he is killed in that fashion. However, I want to say once again that is satire, and I do not want to kill President Barack Obama.
So Marcus, get the score down.
Point goes to Jackie.
All right,
Okay.
Kevin, your
That was a hard
question.
one. That was a scary
Kevin,
one.
your question. Ben
That
will
was
answer
both
first.
answers are very good.
It was a hard one.
It was a very hard one. But
Oh man, I wanted to say how I would kill. Barack.
Well, how would you? Yeah, you can say.
You can say
I
that.
thought
This
different
is all
questions.
weird lightning.
Yeah.
Or what do you? What's happening?
Okay,
here?
well now we're just
There's
going to
a
do how would we
cannibal
kill Barack
Holocaust.
Obama?
I feel bad about the word
question.
Oh, you had your question.
are we gonna do how we kill the president?
No, I thought
We literally cannot. I don't want to do this.
And we're all gonna get arrested.
I don't think it's. We all like Obama. Like I'm pro Obama.
I don't want. I'm just saying I don't want to kill any
That's
U.S.
why I
president.
chose Malia to do it for.
Okay,
I
so
feel like I'm not pro Obama, so then I will be arrested.
Yeah.
You will
doesn't
be
matter.
arrested.
No,
What's
we're
your
not going
question?
to. I mean, if you want to give your way, you'd kill him. But the thing was, you're supposed to ask them a question.
Because I just realized I had a pretty dope way. So
Let's go. Let's hear it.
Can you give it to me?
so I'd be shirtless, right? I'd have to
course.
replace my arms with metal arms, and I'm wearing black and purple tights.
So you're Jax.
Yeah, Jack's.
I would uppercut him into an ass.
Do you have a question for Jackie and Ben to determine who is better than the other one?
to determine who is better.
Who is of a greater
I'm
equivalent
currently
as a
losing.
human?
So how would you kill George W. Bush?
You can do whatever the fuck you want.
How
to
would
George
you do
W.
it?
Bush.
Ben, you answer first.
George W. Bush?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd just make him look at his father's foreign policy and just be like, you did everything wrong. Like, your father's really sad. And then, like, he would really cry. George W. Bush, I would probably have Dick Cheney, they would share hearts for it. I would have Dick Cheney remove his fake heart, jam it inside of George W. Bush's heart, and then George W. Bush would realize the Satan person that he had been working with for 8 fucking years, and then you know what George W. Bush would do? Shoot himself in the head. So that's what I would have happen.
Okay.
Oh, I got this in the bag.
Jackie?
Barnett, you know what I would do? I would invite you over. I have a cousin's Secret Service. I know about the Bush girls. I would invite you over. You're going to knock up both of the Bush girls.
Dope.
They're going to have happy babies, and then George W. Bush is going to also put a fucking bullet in his brain.
Because they're half black.
Yeah, because
No,
George
that's
W.
not
Bush...
Colin Powell, Condoleezza Rice. There
No,
isn't
no.
actually
George
any factual.
W. Bush,
George W. Bush actually liked black people.
When it comes,
depending what-
no. I know personally when it comes to the
I'm
Bush
saying,
girls, he is.
If George
very
W.
selective
Bush
of
knew
who
what
has
Dick
sex
Cheney was doing, he would
with
shoot
them.
himself in the head. He would feel vindicated if a black dude was inside of his girl.
When it comes
I
to
promise
his
you.
daughters, he is 1,000%
He hates Dick Cheney.
He has to interview anyone that has sex with his daughters, and if he doesn't,
He wants a black fucking kid
If
so
he
goddamn.
does
so people
not-
don't call him
You know what I
racist.
want right now? I want Asker's recommendation, Marcus's choice. Well, who do you think should get it? Kevin?
I like that.
And then Marcus will say who gets it. Do you think Ben should get it or Jackie?
Also, what I said was not against you.
No, I'm 100%. I'm with Jackie, man. That shit was damn near diabolical.
I guess we're gonna have to go with Jackie.
All right.
Say well. Because are you telling me that George W. Bush doesn't already know what Dick Cheney's been doing by
doesn't
now?
because they didn't speak in the Oval Office for 4 years.
Well, we have 2 more
They
questions
hated each
left
other.
on the table.
We have 2 more questions.
One for Mike and
I
one
don't
for
know a
Dan.
lot about politics.
We're gonna go with Mike next because we go in a
Let's
circle
do
type
nothing that
fashion.
can get us arrested.
Dan will be our guest. Will be the deciding factor. Mike, what are you going with?
You said
Mark, what are you
but
going
that's
with?
fine.
Mark,
Is
you've
your
known
name
me
Mark?
for 20 years, bro.
Is your name Mark?
Literally.
Name
I've
Mark.
known you for like 20
doesn't matter.
years.
Your last name is Mark.
right.
Come on,
It's
Mark.
Mike.
Mark, right?
Go on.
Mark,
I'm
That's actually
Marcus.
That's my uncle's name is Mark, so I guess it works.
It's fine.
But
I'm
anyway,
Marcus.
So I'll continue on with the who you're gonna kill thing. How are you gonna kill Vladimir Putin?
We were supposed to get off the
How are you gonna kill Vladimir
We have to
Putin?
get off of
Jackie.
I got my question. Is
All right, well then go to him and come back to me. I'll figure out another one.
All right, cool. Dan, what are we going with?
Okay, you're Bill Cosby. All right, you're Bill Cosby.
Let's go back to Mark's.
Close your eyes for a guided meditation.
Mark's is a little bit better, I think.
You're Bill Cosby and what? What are we doing?
All right, you. There's no doubt that there's so much evidence that you did rape all of those women now, and you have to make a speech apologizing. And what is that speech? And then what is the small business you're going to start after all this happens?
I think Jackie starts on this round. Jackie, small business you're going to start. What is the speech?
All right, so you go up and you go, ooh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I did all this. End of it. And then it immediately goes into a reality show based on all of the women that he pays millions of dollars to come on the reality show to show that they got raped by Bill Cosby and to explain their experience of what happened. So it's going to be an entire like production business.
company,
It's a
right?
production
Yeah.
company.
Reality. It's
That
line
he's
of
going
reality
to
TV
make
shows.
all of them millionaires. So he's going to bring them on to explain what happened with them, and what is going to happen is that they're going to get clothing deals out of Target. They're going to get lotion deals out of Walmart. They're going to use everything that they have out of their victimization of what happened to them, which is completely in the right. That he is going to use all of his personal money to give to them to show the world that this happened to them, but also to make them money in the long run.
Will they get special appearances on Oprah's television network?
1,000%.
All right.
Especially during the month of February.
And does Bill Cosby get a piece of this?
No, he gets nothing.
Oh, okay.
It all goes to them. It all goes to their family. It is a complete loss for him, and that is what he deserves at this point. And he has a lot of fucking money, and I think that he's able to give us out. And so he's going to create a production company to do this.
Ben Kissel, you're down by 2 points. This is a make or break situation.
Can you repeat the question?
All right, you're Bill Cosby. You have to make a speech. You just realized that there's so much evidence against you raping all of those women over all of those years. You have to make the speech, but then you have to also start a small business.
I like the question.
I feel like I'm in a weird version of Shark Tank.
Yeah.
I love Shark Tank.
Shark Tank's so great.
I love Shark Tank.
The question is of laughter, and you have to wonder as a man, how much joy does it take in order for how much joy do I have to give you in order for you to allow me to do the things that I had to do in order to give you the ability to allow me to have the amount of joy that I had to have? What I am saying is this: life is a world of yin yang. I am a person who is out here for you, and in order for me to be for you, I had to be against somebody else. I am a man who lets the world feel happiness, who lets the world feel as if they're a member of a family. I am a person who do not. What I'm telling you is this: you can in no way possibly could you say that I did not spread more joy in the world than I spread millions of people. I made it happen. Racism in America. I did away with.
What's the small business?
I literally created the narrative that caused the presidency of Barack Obama.
Small business. I'm just gonna make it for him. It's called
No, let me do the small business.
shoes. It's
You already
based on
got,
pay
you
less.
just
Pay for
got
shoes.
music off the stage.
What's the small business, Ben?
The small business? Mm-hmm. Have you thought about bitcoins? Because I feel like
Now, as somebody
bitcoins are
that knows
big.
something about economics, bitcoins is bullshit, Ben.
It doesn't matter.
I have to pee.
All right, I'm gonna give it
Now-
Marcus. This one is worth 2 points.
This
Who are we
one's
going?
worth
with?
2
Damn,
points.
I was about to lay down a question.
You about to lay down?
It would tie him up. It would tie him up if Ben gets
2
it.
points. It goes to Ben.
Oh, all right, all right.
So it ties him
How
up.
did you just give that to fucking Kissel? He didn't even give you a fucking
So it ties him up.
business plan, Dad.
That's how it goes, Jack.
Even give you a business plan.
All
I gotta pee. I'm about to pee out my fucking eyes.
Jackie, calm it. The sooner we get done with Mark Biscuit's question,
Mark Biscuits,
faster
give me the fucking
we can
question.
get in
I
there.
gotta take a leak.
Mark, the floor is yours.
Mark.
Mark Biscuits.
Don't make me call you Steven,
All right,
baby.
get on it.
My
That doesn't-
question is, if you had a way to end Henry Zebrowski's career, how would you go about doing it?
All right.
Have him knock up my mother.
You have
I'm
to-
out.
All right, that's about right. Jackie wins it. Jackie wins.
There's no better answer.
That's right. All right, everyone. That's been the roundtable.
been a
Thank
show.
you, Dan McNamara, Holden McNeely, Kevin
Holden Talks for
Barnett.
30 minutes coming in June.
All right, everyone. We'll talk to you soon. But find us on Twitter, Marcus.
RT of Gentlemen. Yeah.
All that stuff.
Yeah,
Ben
right
Kissel. I need more
iTunes.
Twitter followers.
iTunes.
Follow me on Twitter.
Follow him on Twitter.
Can you get that group on there that's listening right now to follow me on Twitter, please? Everyone, please. That's
They
right.
won't.
All right.